अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आज हम मौजूद हैं बम्बोर में, जहां पाक इटालियन एक्सकेवेशन मिशन स्टार्ट हो चुका है 2024।
In order to investigate better all the craft activities present in Bambor in ancient times, this season we have together with us two specialists, two very young specialists from Italy. Sara Quaggio is a specialist of metal items and the production of metal items, while Luca Furno is a young student that focuses his research work on glass items. They can help us to reconstruct the craft activities in Bambor as well as the trade network throughout the Indian Ocean.
I'm Sara Quaggio and I'm a researcher focusing on mainly metal, especially copper and iron. I'm here in Bambor in this beautiful mission and this beautiful place to study actually all the data set relating to this city. Especially in this case and in this season, I focused much more in the copper and iron production. So I examined all the slags that are just byproducts of the kiln processing and the metal processing. So for now, I examine kind of mostly 1,000 of slags, ingot, blooms, and we are focused now to understand the scale of production in the city and in the domestic area. So even to see the balance between a domestic workshop and an industrial workshop. So actually I have a personal workflow based on, of course, a database in which I collect everything, all the measure, the weight, the type of the slag. We have several types of slags. So we have the common tapped slag, the coarse one, the drop, the casting residues. And of course, we are also focused on the operational chain related to the metal production, and this is my field of research. I study this since my PhD study in Pisa University, and so actually this site is wonderful. It's especially really it's interesting for all this type of metal processing because we have really several type of kiln, several type of slags, and also several types of objects. So it can be really a mirror of all the society and the organizational chain relating to all this type of production. So I'm really, really happy to be here with this beautiful and wonderful and really keen team to be part, of course, of this mission and to see this wonderful material. One step that is essential in this kind of study is, of course, the microscopic and the macroscopic study of materials. Materials, I intend, of course, slags and minerals in this case. For example, here, more or less, we discover some types of minerals, so it's essential to see what are what, of course, is inside this kind of stones. And as in this case, I can, with the microscope, see the granular composition of this kind of stone that probably are intrusive granular stone. and schist also. And in this case, I have several programs where I can, of course, see what there is inside, but also measure all the inclusion, and I can see also the fabric of the slags. All this data is, of course, inserted in a special database where I will collect every data, and then, of course, with the statistic purposes, to see the weight and the shape and all the characteristics relating to everything that I'm collecting.
So what are you looking?
So for now, I'm looking, for example, in this case, to the inclusions. In this case, this is a quite simple granular rocks, but as you can see here, the orange part, for sure are some site show some part of corrosion. So probably in this kind of small mineral that compose this stone, we have some intrusion of iron sulfide or something like that. So it's important to, of course, see what there is inside, because probably this kind of stone were after crushed and then put in some crucibles or in some kiln just to be melted and to obtain the liquid metal, and then of course they have to scorify and to follow the process. But in this case is useful to see the inclusion, and to also, we can also of course measure, so we know the type of the grain, and we collect every kind of measure that are required for this study.
Okay, good.
Inshallah.
Hello everyone, I'm Luca Furno. I'm a master student at the University of Bologna. I come from a little city, Biella, and I'm here like a glass expert for the PAC Italian mission here in Bambore. This year I start the study of the glass fragments coming from some trenches outside the citadel, in particular trench 12 and trench 13, and then I'm continuing studying the glass from a trench 9, in particular the glass items coming from building 4 inside the citadel. My hope is to create a chronotypology of the glass items found in the previous year of excavation in Bambore. And so I selected the most important and diagnostic fragments of glass, mostly of glass vessel, and with the precious aid of Salim and Abid, two members of the Pakistani team, two archaeologists, member of Pakistani team, I draw more than 250 drawings, and my hope is to create this chronotypology and compare the glass vessel and glass items in general founded with other glass items founded in other sites all around the Islamic world, in chronological range from the 8th century and the 13th century. My hope is also to compare the glass found outside the citadel with the glass found inside the citadel, and try to understand if there were different habits of the population that live outside the citadel and inside the citadel. My hope is also to understand and found eventually proof of glass laboration here in Bambore. Okay, hello. Usually I used to study to study glass in that way. I have a sight of all the material to have an idea of the priorities and the most important objective of the study. Maybe selecting one slot or one or more slot of glass of maybe a particular building or trench or room. After having a general sight of the material, I start drawing the diagnostic and most important fragment. I draw this fragment, and I take a picture in different position and way of the fragment to have the possibility to re-see the fragment, rethink maybe what part of vessel of glass items it can be, the characteristics of the glass matrix, and the trace of production if they were.
Can you show your drawings?
Yes, these are some of the draw. In this great work, I have been helped by Salim and David, two members of the Paki-Italian mission, and the drawings are very precious to better understand some characteristics of the glass fragment and the glass vessel. After drawing, digitalize all the information, the data that I can understand from the fragments. For example, the color, the layer, which form of alteration there are on the glass surface, some trace of production, and the provenance of the glass, and so on. And then I try to find a comparison with glass fragments and glass vessel on general glass items found in other sites. Usually I do it at home, looking at catalog and publication of other harbor or site. Thank you.